GriffoMedia.com. GriffoMedia.com.
Hey, welcome to Griffo Media. I'm Griffo. Today on my upright racing machine, I'm going to try out Outrun 2SP, which is legendary, of course, from the arcades, and a lot of people's favourite game, according to some of the comments that I've had on my channel over the last decade or so. It's the first time I'm doing it on this channel on my upright machine, and something that I only learnt with this game a couple of years ago is the ability to be able to play the original Outrun 2 as well on this version. Did you know that? Okay, well, if you didn't, I'm going to show you. But anyway, I've got this all linked up. The only downside about playing it on an upright machine is that the accelerator and the brake are on separate pedals. And of course, you only have the ability to use one foot. So you're having to move from the accelerator to the brake to get the drift. You know how it works. Release the gas pedal, hit the brakes. Well, you've only got one foot doing that, so it can be a bit tedious. But I love this game, and I know you do too, so I thought the best thing I could do was show it you on the upright machine, and it plays like a dream with force feedback, other than that quirky using one foot. But anyway, we'll get on with that. It isn't the end of the world, it still plays in a fun way. Now, as you can see here, you've got a choice of cars. Did you know if you hit the gas pedal, the brake pedal, sorry, you can actually choose the colour of your car? And there's a variety of cars in the palette, so blue, light blue, green, grey, white, black, yellow, and red. Obviously, it's a Ferrari. Never get a Ferrari other than red, in my opinion. We're going to do automatic because of the whole acceleration thing, and just keep my head in the game. Right, so if I hit the view button, I can now swap out to Outrun 2 if I so wish, and play 3 different modes. But I'm going to keep it authentic because that's what we're playing today. You can also swap the music. Did you know that? So obviously you've got the modern music for Outrun, including some of these songs with vocals on, like Night Flight, which is a favourite of mine, and Life Was a Born Shiny World, and you've got the Passing Breeze, Magical Shower, and Splash Wave. If you hit that button, you can choose some of the original classics from the '86 machine, and some of the ones from Turbo Outrun 2. Passing Breeze is my favourite, so that is what we're going to go with today. And we're just going to ride and see how far we get. Obviously full force feedback on the wheel. And there we go, we're off. Now, a lot of people like racing this game in third-person view, and I get that. Obviously, you want to see your lovely, shiny red Ferrari cruising around the bends, and what a beautiful view it is in this seaside resort to start off with. But I'm going to hop into the car. This is the way I like to do Outrun. It's the way I've played it since playing in the arcade. I guess if you've got the wheel in front of you and you've got the screen, I guess it feels more authentically like you're in a car. I think a lot of people do like to race within the vehicle. And so the force feedback's nice on this game. One thing I will encounter, obviously, like I mentioned before, is that stepping on from one pedal to the other. But if you get a quick balance going on, then it shouldn't be too bad. And we'll see how far we can get. And hopefully we'll reach the goal, or we'll get there or thereabouts, depending on what route we take, I guess. Might try and keep it easy for the purposes of the video. I think I might need to now after hitting him, but there we go. So I think, the era that this game came out in the arcades was a boom in the arcade industry for racers. I think there was a lot of stuff coming out at the same time. Obviously, we got Sega Rally 3 and a few others. Remember the Triforce collaborative game with Namco and Nintendo and Sega when they put out the Mario Kart GP arcade game, which was a great game to play, I must admit. I've got this on the machine and it's always fun to play. And there was a lot of good racing games in the arcade. Initial D was doing its thing, and then of course this big lull. And Suzuki was obviously winding down his career, and Sega Race TV, I think, was his last racing game, which is really good fun if you've never tried it. In fact, I think one of my next videos on this channel might be Sega Race TV, because it is a load of fun, and some really great quirky courses on there too. Jake's World, of course. Anyway, we're doing Outrun today. I'm trying my best to get some good drifting going on by taking my foot off the accelerator and just quickly but it takes some timing, it certainly does. I do prefer sitting down, and there's nothing like going in the Ferrari DX version, is there, in the arcade? That is such good fun. Nearly bought one of those machines once, actually. Taken apart the garage, I think. It was a twin machine though. The temptation was there, it really was. Should we go Casino Town? I quite like Casino Town, so we'll ride down there. It's got an absolute crazy, wicked bend in Casino Town, where most people tend to lose it. Let's see if we can stay on the track. But yeah, I do enjoy upright racing. It's usually good on the arcade games that are just kind of, you know, where you can just race around and just hit one pedal, and like Sega Rally and games like that, and some of the Ridge Racer games where you can actually, when you step off the accelerator and whack it down again, you've got that drift effect already in there. Dead Heat and games like that are just perfect for it. Also, I like the Fast and the Furious racing games. They're great. The race and the supercars, they're really good fun actually. So I think that double bend is coming up in a minute, isn't it? Bet you I lose it, always do. Step on early. Nearly, it nearly got me. We'll go Legend, because I've got to get the goal. I mean, it'd be such a video letdown if I didn't get the goal, wouldn't it? But if there's any games you want to see raced on my upright, guys, literally I've got everything on every console. It all works on this machine. So just comment below. Hello new subscribers, appreciate your love for the channel. There's quite a bit of that, so and a lot of people saying, oh, it's good to have you back, Griffo. Well, it's been a busy few years, in fairness. We had our youngest son, who's now 4 going on 5, and time was limited to do this kind of fun stuff, even though I try and tell my wife it's work. And I do also have a buy me coffee link in the description as well, which is just something that somebody suggested. They're like, well, your videos do really well, Griffo. It's good to have you back. Just why not monetize it? So that's what I am doing. And I made the goal, hooray! With time to spare as well. I could have probably gone all the way to the right. So there we go. Yeah, buy me a coffee's in the description. Just whatever you want to do with that one. No pressure at all. But thanks for looking at my channel. Loads of content's now going to come. I've got a bit more time to spend doing this. So comment below any game you'd like me to do on this machine. I'll tell you what would be funny. Me doing a VR game, stood up, racing. Now that's not one for the faint-hearted. I get very dizzy. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. And there's my route. I know, took the easy route really. I think with that 18 seconds could have easily made it down here. That's one for a future video, I think. Thanks for watching. See you soon.